I come to SEAoT meetings primarily to get out educational information from the presentations, of course to collect the all-important PDH certificates for licensing, and just to meet the other colleagues in the structural engineering field in Dallas.
Well, I was actually a founder of SEAoT and been with the organization since it started, so still trying to support it and glad to see it's grown to the size it is. We started with, I don't know, 18 or 19 people, and now it's 500 or so, and fulfilling, at least one of the goals, which is to offer programs of interest to structural engineers.
I get the majority of my continuing education hours required by the state of Texas at the SEAoT State Conference.
Absolutely, and have many times, and again, to the credit of peer research and others, the reason that these SEAoT conferences are possible is because of exhibitors and vendors and suppliers like peer research that are a stalwart to these conferences that keep our costs down.
Okay. Well, it's kind of twofold. I come to this conference for probably three reasons, but one is they have continuing education seminars which we attend on different topics which are good. You get to see all your colleagues, which you haven't seen across the state, which is good. And also a big part of them are the exhibitors, like peer research, because we get to see all their current products. They have them laid out with information for us. So that gives us a chance to see new things that we might not be aware of.
Well, SEAoT's a great organization with the state of Texas, and we have about 500 members which support an array of structural projects and help keep the public safe, because anybody that builds tall buildings or any kind of structure, the last thing you want to do is have it fall down. And if you're got somebody that doesn't really have the expertise to do that, you could be in trouble. And that's the last thing an owner wants to do, is to have trouble on his project. So the main goal is to hire a certified structural engineer, and SEAoT is the best place to find one.
I attend SEAoT regularly, not as regular as I used to, but I've been through the entire state level rotation. I was president, past president, all those things. So always a great event for continuing education and connecting with all of our vendors and people in the industry.
Well, I've been a member of SEAoT since I got my PE license in 2002, and I helped found the Fort Worth chapter. I'm a past president of the Fort Worth chapter, and I just found out that I get to be president again. But I've always thought SEAoT is a great organization. One, I get to meet other engineers that are in my field. I get to know other engineers. The technical people that come out here, or the vendors that come out here, talk about their products, are a great resource for us, because we're always needing a better mousetrap. And they're just excellent. It's an excellent place to come and get a lot of stuff done at once for the engineering industry.
We come here because it's an opportunity to have a face-to-face interview, number one, with other structural engineers or leaders in the industry of structural design. Secondly, because we get to talk face-to-face and get product brochures and demonstrations of the products of our expositors.
Well, I am semi-retired right now. Like I said, I'm the founding partner of Persine Engineering, which I don't own anymore, but I am, it has my name. So I come here because I want to learn things, of course, and they have, the programs they have here are just unbelievable with the educational value there is. And of course, the state of Texas, the registration board requires us to have so many professional development hours, and I can get a whole lot of them by coming here in a 2-day period. So, and plus I enjoy all the amenities that are here with the SEAoT convention.
I've been part of SEAoT since probably the late 80s, and it is the only organization in Texas that focuses specifically on the needs of structural engineers. So for education and for communication between structural engineers and structural engineering firms, sharing information, sharing knowledge. It is a tremendous place for networking, not for business development purposes, but just so you know who the resources are for the things that you don't know about, that you want to know more about. It's a great networking vehicle for structural engineers in Texas.
Well, I've been a member of SEAoT since 1990. I've been a chapter president. I've been on the state board. It's a great place to network, meet people, and get PDHs for a very reasonable price.
I've been a member of SEAoT since 1988. I've been active in it, been state president twice. It's one of the best functions for the structural engineer to come and participate locally and at the state level. And just the ability to meet and communicate with your fellow peers is a fantastic way to do that through SEAoT.
The reason I like the Structural Engineer Association conference is because it's practicing engineers that are doing this every day. We're doing engineering every day. These are my colleagues. These people, I feel like they're my brothers almost, brothers and sisters. And I don't know, we connect on that level, and it's we all are looking for the common good of the industry, and we work together when we can.